Hey guys, you're watching BTech. My name's Basil. This is the Blu Vivo 6, this is the Honor 6X, and you're watching my comparison between these two metal phones that punch way above their weight design-wise. To kick off, these two look beautiful. Both have metal bodies, fingerprint scanners, and some real design highlights. The design highlight on the Honor 6X is that fingerprint scanner around the back. It's the most ergonomic place for a fingerprint scanner in my opinion, and of course those dual cameras. It's a micro USB, unfortunately not a USB Type-C, and that is where the Blu Vivo 6 steps things up. USB Type-C at the base. You can see it's available in this kind of slightly pale pink. It's got flatter sides, less curvaceous body. Generally it feels very good, but it does feel beefier. Both 5.5-inch screen phones with LCD displays side by side. The Blu Vivo 6 is a tiny bit richer, less washed out, but the clarity across both of them is going to be absolutely identical. When it comes to the UIs, they both run Android 6, and while that's not necessarily great in itself, the Blu Vivo 6 runs a really weird version of it. Emotion UI is weird enough, but this one just really doesn't do it for me. You've got the pull down from the bottom for your quick toggles and pull down from the top for notifications. Sometimes the notifications are hiding, sometimes they're not. Frankly, I just find it a little bit overbearing. So me personally, I wish it had stock Android on board. As for Emotion UI, I think maybe because I've used it more, because it's in so many devices across Huawei and Honor, I'm just used to it and actually really like some of the nuances that it packs, such as the ability to check multiple items and drag them around home screen, saving you therefore lots of time. Emotion UI isn't perfect though. I don't love the notification tray on Emotion UI 4 and the quick toggles, and also it is really fluffy looking. It isn't stock in the slightest. So any stock Android purists, neither of these are going to float your boat, but for a cool experience, my preference is the Honor 6X. Both phones pack octa-core processors. They're really awesome for just swiping through the UI, all the notification stuffs, and everything just pretty much flies with the basic tasks, and they can do some cool 3D shiz too. You've got a Helio P10 MediaTek processor inside the Blu Vivo 6, paired with 4 gig of RAM. That is really sweet. In spite of that though, the 3 gig of RAM laden Honor 6X with its Kirin 655 processor still benchmarks better, specifically in terms of 3D graphics. You can see the Antutu score, it's almost 10,000 more. Both of them were able to handle 3D games pretty well, but you just maybe drop a few less frames on the Honor 6X. The cameras are a 13 megapixel snapper versus a 12 megapixel snapper with a second sensor below. It's a 2 megapixel sensor. Both on paper should perform well, but unfortunately the Blu Vivo 6 has a really purple hue in artificial light. It kind of also creeps into low light as well, as you can see with some of these pictures that we took in town yesterday. It isn't the greatest in low light generally, but just for a second jumping back to that original picture, we can see how that compares with the Honor 6X, and this was shot in identical lighting. The Honor 6X, spot on point. What's also awesome about the Honor 6X is the shooting modes, really extensive. Both support manual, but the 6X caters for night shots and light trails that little bit better. Other key highlights and lowlights, neither device has NFC on board, which is a real shame, but you do have a really big amount of storage on both, potentially up to 64 gigs. The Blu Vivo 6 comes with 64 gigs as standard. The fact it undercuts the Honor 6X in price when on promo is a sweet deal, considering I'm talking about pricing for the 32 gig Honor 6X. Both do take micro SD cards. Battery wise, it's a flip side story. The Honor 6X has the bigger capacity battery, over 3300 milliamps versus over 3100 milliamps, and with that is pretty much my comparison complete. Wrapping up, if you need a USB Type-C, then it's a Blu Vivo 6 all the way. It's also got a louder bottom firing speaker, but if you want the better battery and the better camera, then you probably want to opt for the Honor 6X, not to mention that user interface. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. If you've tried any of these, give us your thoughts, and if you like this video, click that thumbs up button, like the channel, subscribe. It's how you're going to stay on top of everything that we do here at BTech. Thanks for watching.